Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
Leadership changes happening in the final weeks of the Calvo Tenorio administration.
And we had a void that we had to fill, very importantly because of the nature of the business up there in Department of Corrections.
Governor's Chief of Staff Mark Calvo speaking about the appointment of Eric Palacios to serve as deputy of DOC. KUAM obtained a copy of the letter that Governor Eddie Calvo wrote to the newly appointed DEPCOR deputy, stating the Calvo Tenorio administration continues to face challenges both near and long term. Facing those challenges requires the collective efforts of the best minds who have the courage to make tough decisions for the good of all our people.
Well, the governor's been on record in the past having full faith and confidence in the management leadership qualities that Eric brings to the table.
As reported, Eric Palacios was appointed to head customs but was never confirmed by the legislature. News files show Public Safety Oversight Chair Senator Talina Nelson withheld the nomination due to various concerns, including an incident with butterfly knives he reportedly brought to Guam from the Philippines. The administration, however, standing firm on their decision.
Noted that Senator Nelson had some issue with Eric Palacios being director of customs. So we're still kind of puzzled by it, and even if it's the last 30, 45 days, I think the administration has, because of the lacking of replacement guards due to retirements and resignations. We couldn't leave that position open.
It doesn't make sense. They could have saved that money to improve the DOC.
Agania Heights Mayor Paul McDonald expressed concern with the appointment after confirming his brother, former DEPCOR Deputy Director Jim McDonald, was fired from the position.
My brother was offered to participate in the transition.
The transition, he says, of Governor-elect Lulian Guerrero.
And when Mark Calvo heard about it, he was upset. And he told him that it was his last day, the day they heard it. I guess it's politics, and if you want to play dirty, then I guess this is the dirtiest they can play. It's their loss.
However, Calvo argues it wasn't political. He says with DOC Director Tony Lamarena currently off island on medical leave, former prison deputy Kate Baltzar has been serving as acting director. That, along with nearly a dozen corrections officers deployed to help with relief efforts in the CNMI, he says there was no question about Palacios coming on board.
Couple that with Jim's unfortunate departure and the acting deputy or the acting director being appointed, having additional duties in PPS, we felt compelled. We had to fill that vacancy.
Though a vacancy that some question whether funds should have been used instead to pay officers their overdue overtime, an issue prison leaders say they are hoping to resolve this week.
We appreciate all that hard work. We'd like to make sure we're good for it at the end.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.